This is a special podcast presentation from 700WLW.com. This is Casey Boland On Demand.
Casey Boland is the money man around here. And Casey, it's been a long time, about 9 years, since the Fed last raised interest rates. So the speculation is what's going to happen when they do it, its impact on the market. And so what are you looking at?
Well, every economic report is put under a microscope to try to interpret what it means for the potential for a rate hike for the stock market. And in 9 years, a lot of people, they don't have much from a memory standpoint to understand what's the typical time frame between rate hikes. But the average time in between past rate hikes was just under 1.5 years. So, this has been a long, long time period in between rate hikes.
So it's something we've basically never gone through before.
Yeah, you can really say it is unprecedented. And we've got data going back to 1956 where we can look at past Fed funds rates, and we've got 60 years worth of data to look at. And when you look at those 20 prior periods, you can review how long a rate hike cycle lasted and the time to the next rate hike. And it's been very, very short. The longest the Fed waited between rate hikes was nearly 5 years, from 1989 to 94. And, we're sitting at 9 years right now.
Well, if the average was 1.5 years, so some were shorter than that, the longest was 5 years, were there any differences in the impact of the hike between those two?
Well, when you had the 5-year one, shortly thereafter, after 99, you go about a year and a half, and the market really did start to go down. But it did go up during that time period. But, when you try to correlate with stock market performance, because it's been such a long, long period of time, it's very difficult to compare because, historically speaking, stocks have usually done well when the Fed starts raising rates. But, again, it's difficult to speculate here on how stocks will react because it's been so long since the Fed has raised rates. It's nothing like history.
Yeah. All right, Casey Boland, you're the man from Hanghold Capital Management, and we touch base with him every single day around now. It's 5 away from 9 in news time, and what Scott Sloan have coming up, we'll let you know momentarily. 700 WLW.